Hello and welcome to Conversando a Fondo. He's funny, he's unpredictable, and he's a master in the kitchen. Today's guest has taken social media by storm with his wit, charisma, and his incredible talent for bringing our abuelitas classics recipes into the digital age. Joining me today is social media sensation Bradley Delgado, better known to his millions of followers as Chef Brad.
Boom, 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 boom.
Eso es, ¿no?
Eso es lo que es. Wow, tremendo. Wow. I feel like I need an Emmy now. Eso era best way to do it. Tremendo. Thank you so much for having me today. And I'm excited para the gauntlet of questions.
Thank you for accepting my invitation, because normally when I see somebody on social media, I try to send that person an invitation to, because I could record anybody from any part of the world.
Sí.
I have recorded people from Argentina, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico. So, I can do I can record. I don't want to say I want to do anybody, but I can record anybody. And I was happy that you were able to say yes. Obviously, we met before because we were doing something at the Miami Culinary Institute, which we're going to talk about later. But to start a little bit of your life, you were born and raised in Miami and went to Gulliver.
Sí.
How was that experience, Gulliver?
Let me tell you, born and raised in Miami, it was amazing. I come from two Cuban Lebanese parents. So my mom is Cuban Lebanese, my dad is fully Cuban.
I know that. The Lebanese, I do have it in the family too.
Sí, it's, let me tell you, get a hell of a tan, pero tú sabes, sudor, it's everywhere. Pero it's a thing where I grew up with the influence of my grandmother's Barradero, Havana, Cuba. She brought it to Miami, and when I was a little kid, I would just watch her cook and do all these things y todo eso. And let me tell you, somehow it's stuck, porque I'm a very visual learner. Everyone thinks, everyone thinks it's like, oh yeah, auditory listeners, you have physical, me, I'm a very hands-on auditory guy, porque visual learner, right? Where you're there and you could see what is happening. I realized that I was doing that for the first 15, 20 years of my life, just watching my abuelita cook. Didn't know it was sticking with me until I got to culinary school, right? Tremendo. But before culinary school, there was Gulliver, which was the amazing Miami great school now, where if you go now, oye, por favor, I feel like, oye, where was my amazing canopy and all these pools and all the fields y todo eso? It was the most amazing school, great for honing a craft of whether you wanted to be an engineer, a mathematician, a philosopher. It was a great place for everything. Para mí, I wasn't the homework kind of guy, you know what I mean? So they would give me homework and I'd be like, I try to do everything around it to get this homework not done, but I'd somehow pass, which was good. But they taught me good diligence, where if you're consistent at it, you will do something. And you meet a lot of great people along the way. Like a lot of my best friends now are still from Gulliver y todo eso, which in life, you break away from certain friends, you do all that, but what I've realized in this life is that my Gulliver friends I've held on very close to, and they're great human beings now, and they're excelling in their own careers and doing all that. So kudos to Gulliver for making them, who they are. But for me, it was a great stepping stone into the next realm of what I was going to do, where I was going to take what I've learned here as, okay, hard work, esto, business. I'm not into the business. I don't know how to really do this math, y esto. How could I branch that and flourish it into a talent? I was part of the acting school. I was part of the acting department. You want me to give you a little? Let me tell you. It was great, porque you had all the peeps going out clubbing, haciendo la cosita. Me, I was studying my lines, haciendo la cosita. But it was something that calmed me down, honed me in, and got me in touch with all of this, like, okay, be in tune con esto, be in this. Acting, and I tell this to everyone, mira, acting class, theater class teaches you how to get in touch with the emotions and it literally gives you x-ray vision, right? Where you could look at someone and be like, oh yeah, you are not having a good day. You don't feel right. And you don't even have to say anything. You know what I mean? It's all about the emotion and the energy that is portrayed on a person. I took that and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm going to be an actor, which I've always wanted to be an actor. That is what I want to be. I want to be.
Well, that happened to everybody because I wanted to be an actor.
You know, I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to get there, and I was like, you know what? It's going to be great. So I went to New York. After Gulliver, I moved to New York City, and I was like, I'm going to be an actor. Went to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts. You get there, and they're like, we're going to train you with emotion, and you can't be funny, and you can't do that. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, this isn't what I want. It's called straight acting. This is not fun. You know what I mean? But there's some people that love it and admire it. You almost like, hey, great, you do that. Me, I was like, this isn't for me. Me fui. From there, I'm back to Miami, came here to Miami-Dade.
Miami-Dade College.
Miami-Dade
I think everybody has come to Miami-Dade College.
Everybody has come to Miami-Dade. I came here for 2 weeks, pero they were the most educational 2 weeks of my life, let me tell you. Porque I came here and I realized, you know what? I could take my acting skills, and I'm sitting in this business class, and they're like, do you know Amazon? And I'm like, I don't even know. It just felt like those like numbers that you see, and I'm like, you don't say what anyone is saying. But in that moment, I sat there and I was like, ¿Tú sabes qué? We could just turn this and turn it into a business, right? And make Chef Brad, I like cooking, esto. That day I went home, I made a little story video, and people were like, bro, this is actually kind of funny and informative. I'm like, I had 3,000 followers. I look at everyone and I go, you know what? I'm going to do something better. Screw the college thing. We're going to culinary school, and we're going to do this, and we're going to build up, and there's not going to be any math. There's not going to be anything, and we're going to pass with flying colors. There was math. There was English. There was everything that I didn't think there was going to be. But that school taught you, wake up at 4:30 in the morning, clean shaven. If you're not clean shaven, para la casa, and don't even look back, don't even cry. You wasted all your money that day, not even going to class, right? It taught me how to work hard, be strong, and a consistency where if I cannot produce something in 2 weeks the same way I produced it today, something's wrong, right? And it teaches you how to mold your way into honing this craft of not just being a better chef, but being a better person, you know? And that is what I think a lot of people don't realize about culinary school, that culinary school isn't just for like the misfits y todo eso, you know? It's a place where if you feel somewhat lost, if you feel like, you know what, I don't have anything going for me, let me give you a dose of instant gratification.
It's just that it's very structured because when I started working at my Miami-Dade College the second time around, I was working at the culinary building. I was the supervisor of video production, and obviously I was with the students recording some of the stuff that they were doing, and you have to have the right cut. You have to. I already forgot the names of the cuts, but
brunoise. Chiffonade.
The long one.
You have the small dice. You have the what else? Oh my God, I'm blanking.
The long one that is like tiny and.
Well, I always. Well, let me see. That's usually a julienne. A nice
julienne. Yeah, julienne.
Nice julienne. I was like, oye, eso lo que.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice. Yeah, those knife cuts were a pain porque it would be every day, and people think it's just like, oh, it's like the movies. No, it's like you walk in there, you're cold, it's freezing in there, and then everything turns on. And you're like, oh my God, this is gonna be crazy. And then knife cuts, you have 20 minutes to make like 15 different knife cuts, and you do that every single day. Every day, no stop, no break, anything.
Did you get caught the first day?
Oh, hell, no, mira, first day, no, thank God, right? Thank God on that, but I'll tell you, the worst ones that I've seen were gnarly. Me, I did one where the knife slipped and it like sliced a little bit here. I cut the tip of my thumb off, which was great too, because I was like, oh, I was making one of the best soups ever, and then also sink, and I was like, all this hard work and all this stuff is just gone because it's, you can't serve food with your finger in it. You
Not only that, with the blood.
Yeah, bro, blood y todo eso. No, it's a very dangerous profession, but it's something that there's a lot of benefit and a lot of instant gratification. So that's what I tell everyone. It is point A, point B being eggs and flour to point B being these eggs and flour turned into a wedding cake that like ushers people into the next era of their life. But you're just this dude ahí cocinando, haciendo la cosita, filling it with love, right? So food is powerful, and so is all the love that you put into it, you know? Because if you're having a bad day, that food is going to come out like crap. But if you're having a sad day, and this is what I realized, if you're sad, a little bit like ahí, whatever, and you just start cooking and you say, you know what, I want to cook something, and I just want it to be this. The love that you find within yourself oozes through, and it will make you one of the best meals you've ever had. Whenever you're upset, whenever you feel down, just even a sandwich. Believe it or not, a good little sandwich con todas las cositas ahí adentro, right? You just take that one bite, you're just on a whole different mood, a whole different level. So food is truly magical, and I always say, whenever you're down and out, turn to food and see what it could help you do. You know what I mean? Whether it be cooking, whether it be learning a new recipe that your abuelita once taught you or your abuelo once had ahí, and you're like, I miss him so much, what do I do? That is your connection to them. Wow.
I know what you're saying because I love cooking too. And since 13, I was cooking, making the omelets, you know, la tortilla española.
Tortilla española.
And as a matter of fact, somebody asked me, what is that spot that you have on your foot? I said, that's grease. That one time making, it just burned my foot.
Eso es lo que es.
So, you know, it just, you have to have the passions, obviously.
You have to have the passion.
You know, I'm like you know, watching my grandmother, watching my mom. And the funny thing is, like, we were doing all these Cuban dishes because I was born in Puerto Rico.
Oh, qué rico.
So, yeah, so we had to, you know, obviously my parents would do the Cuban cuisine and then sometimes do the Puerto Rican cuisine.
Exactly.
And it was fabulous because you have all these different spices and you know, all these stuff that you use for cooking, and I love that. I love that.
I love food.
I know that you are a very good friend with somebody I just interviewed a couple of shows ago, Mr. Chef Pepin.
Oh, ha
another character.
It's literally beyond a character. That man is my best friend. He is the nicest human being on the planet. When I tell you, it was fate, and I say this porque do it again, porque it was crazy. Fate brought us together in the gnarliest of ways. We get there, and my dad kind of like cold called him and was like, hey, I have this thing, Brad, I think Brad should go into business, y esto. How do we figure this out? I got introduced to Chef Pepin because Chef Pepin wanted to talk to me to kind of like tone this down and see what, porque parents do that, and we love our
don't do that, you know? It's you know, I was studying architecture, and when I said I'm going to study TV, don't do that, you know?
Yeah. So Pepin calls me, cold call, and I remember I'm there sitting, and he's like, oye, you know, my name is Chef Pepin, y todo eso. You live close to my house. Come to my house. I was like, okay, you know what? Either me va a matar or we're just here. It's going to be great, right? I pulled up to his house, and something told me, bring your cameras, bring whatever you need just in case. We get there. I didn't leave for like 6 to 8 hours. Swear to God. We filmed 3 videos.
That was the one where he made the Cuban sandwich?
Yeah, literally. He made a Cuban sandwich. There, ahí, whatever. And he's like,
it was the one with egg.
Yeah, egg. Era riquísimo. It was like an Elena Ruiz, pero just different, porque tenía un huevito, y it was delicious. It was yum. But from there, we went outside, and I look at him, and I go, we got to become this like duo, and like, let's do it, right? Yeah. What are you doing this week? We need to go to Disney, right?
I saw that video too.
He's like, go to Disney. I was like, bro, this is going to be crazy. He's like, I'm in. So we post this little thing on YouTube, and we're like, oh yeah, whatever you guys want us to do, we're going to do. I don't care what it is, and we're going to do it. First thing, we went to Disney, right? Let me tell you, I still have like 2 videos that I haven't posted because they're crazy funny. It's us at medieval times, ahí sacándole la mugre a all of these like freaking knights y todo eso. Him yelling, us yelling, him going on all the roller coasters. And it's something where age is truly just a number. Porque at the end of everything, Pepin looks at me and he goes, bro, I'm going to be so honest with you. The day before we were supposed to go, I couldn't even walk. I don't know how, pero for the last 3 days, estamos aquí caminando, haciendo todo y reventándolo. That man is a legend within of its own right, but he is something special, and I'm so lucky to call him my best friend, porque he is full of insight, full of knowledge, full of everything. And for me, it is like this crazy torch that's kind of like being passed, where I see myself in him, and he sees like himself ahí. You know, where it's like you are the younger version of me, and I'm the older. But like that is me in, I would say, like what, like a couple years. You know what I mean?
It's probably because his kids didn't go into the culinary part of the business, because his daughter works in TV at Univision.
She's awesome.
I know her, yeah. His son, I never met him, so but I don't know where he works. But I know that he probably wanted that for you know, to have it. The other day, I was like I said at the beginning, I met you because you went to the Miami Culinary Institute. You saw their facilities. What do you think about the whole experience?
Let me tell you that the Miami Culinary Institute ahí, tremendo. When I say top tier appliances, phenomenal. Not just for the students, but for the teachers to be able to truly give back to the craft, you know, because you could see some culinary schools that don't put effort into their students and in their curriculum, and you could see in the appliances and everything there. The Culinary Institute here, tremendo. From the kids to the students, I mean, sorry, it's the same thing. Pero for me, what truly shocked me was the appliances and the care that you all put towards the students and their learning of the culinary arts.
Well, that's the thing about Miami-Dade College.
It was like 4 levels, no? It was like
it's 8 floors.
8 floors, por favor. That's
and the last one is the restaurant, where now it's just a place for like special events and stuff like that. But you have all these kitchens, because you have it says 2, 1, so 5, 6 kitchens you have there. Oh, 7, because there's another one on the first floor.
Like the nice like
it's more a prep. It's more a prep, you know, room. But I was there from the beginning, and I was in love with it. And I thought to myself, maybe I could study that. But you know, maybe in the future. So I could join you in one of those videos.
Mira, I tell you right now, it is never too late to start anything.
Oh no.
And mira, if you want to do it, do it. They sell courses, 2-month courses, Excel courses. At the CIA, at certain places, right, where you could go in and get a certificate, right? But you'll learn what I think is the most important thing that any chef should learn. It's traditional French technique, right? That is the basis of everything you do. Like, no matter what, that is it.
Even,
you know?
Even the names of some of the cuts and stuff like that, they're French.
Bouilloire, you know, like different, chiffonade, you know, I don't even know if that's it.
But you know something, we are almost over with this segment. Do you love cooking and baking? Have you ever thought about making it a career? It's time to turn your passion into a profession. The Miami Culinary Institute at Miami-Dade College Woodson campus offers an incredible path to success in the culinary world. And best of all, you can earn your degree in just 2 years. For more information, visit them at mdc.edu/culinary or call them at 305-237-3276. And if you're not following Chef Brad yet, fix that right now. Find him on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Chef Brad, and catch his live streams on Twitch at Chef Brad 305. We're going to take our first break. When we come back, Chef Brad will tell us how his viral social media journey all began. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Fresh thinking is being served at Miami-Dade College. Create your own recipe for success in the evolution of food culture at the Miami Culinary Institute. Learn the skills you need to jumpstart your career in the culinary arts. Turn green into gourmet and celery into salary. Miami Culinary Institute. Food, culture, innovation. Visit us at miamidadeculinary.com. Register now. Miami Culinary Institute.
Welcome back to Conversando a Fondo. We're still here with our incredible, energetic, and talented Chef Brad. Yeah, we were talking about energetic. were you like that when you were a kid?
Let me tell you, I was kidnapped material is what my mother would call me, right? So straight up, there was actually a crazy story. It was kindergarten. We were all walking to recess. The UPS truck pulls up, right, behind a FedEx truck. I go, this is so crazy. As a little kid, obviously I don't know that that's competition, you know what I mean? So we're all walking, and I said, recess is boring. I want to go inside of this truck. So I get into the UPS truck, right? And I'm like looking there, whatever. And I'm like, bro, how do you drive this thing? Like, let me know, teach me all this stuff. And this guy, super nice. I don't even remember his name, but the nicest human being. He sat there. He talked to the teachers freaking out, running around. Where's Brad? He just brings me back. I was like, bro, I just got into this car, super cool. And I was like the coolest kid in like kindergarten for like 2 days. Porque pero for me, the energy has always been like this. I have ADD, and I always tell people, oh, you fall into that strength, because a lot of people try to tell you it's like, oh, it's a disability. Bro, a mí que me importa. Go be vanilla and boring somewhere else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you have to have some kind of condition to work in TV. No, actually it's true, because I was the same way. I used to get in trouble all the time.
See?
And I was the youngest one in both families.
Yeah.
So I always got in trouble for everything.
Everything. And me, like, I am a product of, like, mira, and I say it where, like, I fell into it where at the age of, I think it was like 3rd grade, around there, my like teachers told my like mom, like, oh yeah, I think Brad has like ADD, pero they made it sound like I got shot in the leg and like, oh my God. A mí que me importa, bro. Mira, it's just something where I think a little bit quicker, right? Where sometimes if I try to think of something, whatever the hell, I can't speak and say it sometimes because I'm like, there's so much going on in my head that I'm just like, I just want to tell everybody. Pero es una cosita ahí where I use that strength and I go, tú sabes qué? I'm going to unleash it to the world, but in my videos, where you have 1 minute and 30 seconds of just pure chaos, but it's not just chaos, it's storytelling, it's emotion, it's love stories. It could be magic where the food and... Don't even get me started with Paco. Paco is my puppet. He's amazing. Tremendo animal. Most reliable guy I've ever worked with. Let me tell you, Paco, he's always there.
Also, I saw the dog, the Pomeranian.
See, Gigi, my Pomeranian, she has become a star también porque she is that amazing... Truly, she is a vacuum cleaner porque I'm there cooking y todo que se cae a piso, she's there. So I was like, bro, I'm just going to bring you into the videos too. People love her. People love Paco. It is so cool porque it's turning into like the Cuban Mr. Rogers meets the Muppets. You know what I mean?
Paco is the horse, no?
Oh, yeah. No. Paco is the little green thing.
Okay, I didn't see that one, but I saw the horse.
Yeah. That is el burrito sabanero. So like he comes in and he always hits us with a little bit of like nostalgia with super fun. Pero it's just mixing all of this craziness together and not being sorry for it. That is, I think, the key that a lot of people forget, you know, where who cares what your boss thinks? Who cares? Well, like, obviously, if you do something bad, pero like, who cares what people think, right? Because at the end of the day, people, you're in una cajita así, bro. Like, if you don't make it out there, if you don't tell people your story, and a mí que me importa to have kids, if you want kids, have kids, if you want, do whatever you want in your life. Me, it's going to be however it's going to be. Pero for me, I want to have a family one day, tenerlo ahí, and have my little kids doing whatever they want to do and push it out y todo. Pero to get to there and to have this fun time, you want to make sure you make an impact on this world. Because remember, we're just a little blue dot, bro. Estamos ahí, perdido como una, hey, lost as hell. If we find our way of just like, you know what, this makes me happy, this makes other people happy, the music that gets pumped in is tremenda música from the época of like my abuelita, my grandpa, my dad, my mom, you know? It brings the culture of everyone together. A mí que me importa si es, you sabes, I don't give anything. Me, I just want to make sure you're having a fun time and that you could have that moment, whether it be a live stream, whether it be a video, where you find peace and just, you know what?
It's just, you make cooking fun because, I mean, some people take cooking like, oh my God, I gotta go home, I gotta cook, you know.
No.
But one thing I didn't ask you, talking about the abuelita, your abuelita had something to do with the restaurant,
Yes.
the Bahamas?
The Bahamas Fish Market on Cayo Ocho.
Cayo
I think it's
72.
72nd.
My parents used to go there to eat. I've been there too.
Let me tell you.
I didn't know you were related to that.
It was crazy. So my abuelita, she ran with her son and my mom, which is her daughter, right? Ran Bahamas Fish Market. They also ran another stuff like couple stuff around too. But right now they run Bahamas Fish Market and Whisk Gourmet in South Miami. The craziest thing about Bahamas Fish Market, I didn't know the impact of it until like now, I feel. Back then, I would go every single day because my abuelita was there, and I'd be like, how is this woman in here every day, bro?
Yeah.
Like, is this the like Versailles of fish? Like, what is this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, pero it was this thing where I kind of caught on where I was like, oh my God, like she runs this thing. Like, oh my God, esto. And my grandmother didn't start off any crazy beginnings y todo eso. She was a bus driver for 90% or like almost like 60, 70% of her life. You know, like she never gave up on those people y todo eso. She was truly for the community.
Yeah.
She got into that, got her divorce, and then went into esto. And literally from the I would say like late 80s y todo eso, a lot of crazy stuff has happened ahí at Bahamas Fish Markets. You have crazy business meetings. You have like crazy Cuban things going on.
I met visitors there from Chicago.
Exactly, you know, and like people have started to come from away. Like, I'll never forget this. A couple weeks ago, I got a message. Someone came all the way from Spain just to try Abuelita's cooking. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And like todo, they came. They had this whole feast. They go, Brad, it was amazing. Todo eso. I go, you know what? To me, that place is tremendo Cuban culture. The food will always be good, you know. And like you could go to your fancy restaurants. You could go listen to all the other influencers. I said, oh, try this, try that. Y hace lo que tú quieras. Pero at the end of the day, you all know good food, right?
Yeah.
Find people that tell you that, oh yeah, I have the credentials to tell you this is good food. You know,
and I used to live right behind it, almost right behind it, on 76th Avenue. So it was close. I tell you, my parents used to be there almost every time. Do you think that the acting was the one that pushed you into doing the stuff in front of the camera, or it was more your ADD?
I truly, if I'm being honest with you, it is a mix of both. Because the acting played a part where I would go to all these auditions and I would see 5 of me. And I'm like, what the hell am I doing here when you have fulanito y fulanito por allá and they're doing the same thing, pero they just don't have the energy. This is whatever. I don't want to do this. The ADD was telling me, oye, animal, dude, you're going to do this. They're going to send you to business school. Te vas a estar ahí. You're going to be in the suit, sudado out there, and you're not going to be able to do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you put me in a cubicle, you will see me guindado por a donde tú quieras, bro, porque I will find a way to make something that is so inanimate and so like, hi, welcome to your 9 to 5. To, oye, siéntate, vamos a hacer esto y vamos a hacerlo bien, baby. Because it's something that the energy and the ADD kind of push me into, you know what, screw what everyone says. A mí que me importa if everyone calls me this, calls me Broadway, calls me lo que sea, porque I can still sling it. A mí que me importa. It's going to be the craziest time. And we're just going to bring it out into the world, and we're going to see how they take it.
Because you have to have a thick skin when you're doing that. Because a lot of people put a lot of comments and stuff that, you know, it's like, let the people be.
No, mira.
I mean, if he's a bad singer,
and I always say, look, mira, the comments don't hit me as hard as your wife does. You know what I mean? So es una cosita ahí where I am fine with whatever anyone says, porque half the time they're either ahí sentado en el toilet being like, oh, that guy is stupid. And then they look and then they go, oh, no. Estoy aquí perdido and whatever.
Yeah.
Haters are going to hate and let them hate porque at the end of the day, bro, a mí que me importa. Because 90% of the time, and I will never forget this, I met a hater once and it was a complete opposite of what they are, right? Porque I remember, some of you might be there be like, oh no, he's never going to remember this comment. Even the people that follow, I love you guys, pero I see you. I see everything, right? Y era una cosita ahí where this woman comes up, oh my God, Chef Brad, I can't wait, can I take a picture? I go, no. Okay, you said X, Y, Z, and she stands there like, oh my God, I didn't think you I was like, welcome to the real world, bro. I'm not going to take crap from anybody, especially to my face. I am the nicest human being on the planet. I am not going to put up with that. I have people to take care of, things to do, and we're going to have a beautiful time together. I don't bring that negative energy.
No, I know. It's just like,
a la calle.
there's people that, I mean, I'm one of them where we are like, very nice. We try to help and all the stuff, but then somebody will have something to beef up with you. And
someone has to say something, and I go, listen, a mí que me importa. Mira, porque at the end of the day, I still go to bed. Así, I set the air at 67 porque yo soy así, polo norte, you know what I mean? And I just cuddle up así, y a mimir. And I wake up in the morning and I go, okay,
another
still
day.
Alive. You know what I mean? Que rico, right?
You were in Hell's Kitchen on the 22nd season.
Yes.
How was that experience? Because I know something happened later, but let's talk first how you got in there.
That experience was insane. It was one of the best things. It is crazy porque what people don't tell you about these shows is like they turn you into like John Wick, you are excommunicado from the world for the set amount of time that you were there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was crazy. So you hand in your electronics, you hand in some of your even literature, right? So like I brought like Marcus Aurelius's like, I'm gonna be all calm and collected. I can't read. So we're there and they take my like book away and I'm like, why'd you take the book? And they go, oh no, copyright, they might see it in the cameras. I was like, bro, just put a tape over it and I can still like read it, whatever. No, they take everything away, do it there, and then you have no communication to your people, which I thought low-key was like really cool. Cause like right now it's like you are low-key non-existent. Like it feels like you're like, like Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
Okay, when like after they like die and stuff and they're like walking around being like, hey, can you see us?
Yeah.
That's how it feels. Porque everywhere you walked, you would walk with people, and they'd be like, okay, Brad's over here. And we're in like some little town near Glendale, like tiny, like nothing. And you're like, where are we? It felt really cool. I loved that where it was just like a disconnect where you had to be real no matter what. And there was no hiding. There was no anything because you're always mic'd. There's cameras on every corner of the room.
Yeah.
Night vision, FLIR camera. Like, bro, it was crazy. It was like tremendo. And it was something where it was a lot of fun. Meeting Chef Ramsay and being able to work in his presence and being yelled at y todo eso. The dude is the nicest human being on the planet.
Oh, really?
And I tell that to everybody. TV will tell you a lot of things, but this man is one of the nicest human beings. The cameras turn on, he becomes the persona.
Yeah.
But think about it. It's his brand on the line. It's his food that you're giving to people. So, tú sabes qué? You got to show up for the man. You know what I mean? You got to be there, and you don't. His screaming is like it's second nature. You know what I mean? Pero once the cameras turned off, nicest human being on the planet. Even during the things, like you'll catch me making him laugh and really enjoying himself y todo eso, porque he's a great human being.
And you accomplished two things there. You being one of the youngest chef.
Oh my gosh.
At 25, according to their website,
Oh wow.
I researched my stuff.
Wow.
And also to being the first one to leave the show before the postmortem.
Yeah.
I know if something happened to you, and a lot of people were asking what happened to you.
Sí.
Like you can cut it off, but it was for a reason.
Sí. It was truly for a reason, and it was crazy. So what a lot of people don't know, I was originally supposed to be on season 21, right?
Oh,
crazy. But I was working at this restaurant in LA at the time. Everybody got laid off but me and the main chef, right? So his brand and everything was like on the line here. Me and him were slinging it left and right with like, and then we brought in all these other people and we were like, oh my God. But it was like 4 weeks of just constant work, right? With all that, something happened to me, right? An abscess formed in my back. It was crazy. So we had to get it drained out y todo eso. I couldn't walk for 2 days. The day before I'm supposed to leave to Hell's Kitchen, I was like, dude, I can't do it. I can't walk. That's what I was saying. They call me 5 days later. They're like, do you want to be on season 22? The doctors are like, you need 3 weeks of rest, no sits, baths. Yeah. Okay, you felt like a baby. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I get there, right? And I go, you know what? Screw it. Yeah, I'm fine, whatever. Porque this was peak COVID as well. So we had 2 weeks quarantine before we even got into the show.
Oh.
So 2 weeks of like, there was no one there. It was just whatever. I go, you know what? Screw it. It's going to be fine. We have 2 weeks. I could chill in the 2 weeks, whatever. Yeah, there was no chilling in those 2 weeks para nada. everything was just getting more aggravated. Everything was doing everything. I was like, oh my God. First day, they tell us we're not going to cook the first day. I was like, perfect. This is going to be fine. We walk into Hell's Kitchen. Everyone makes their entrances. Oscar De La Hoya or De La Renta. I don't even know who the hell it was. And then you had Reba McEntire. No, it wasn't Reba McEntire. It was another one. But I wish it was Reba McEntire, Aguasi. And then it was Gordon Ramsay, right? Pow, she walks out, and she walks out, Gordon walks out, and then Oscar walks out, and they go, you have 30 minutes to cook your freaking dishes y todo eso. I go, bro, I thought we weren't cooking. Everyone running. I'm like, bro, I haven't run in weeks. Esto hace mal, right? Esto hace mal. We cook it. I got 4 out of 5 on my thing. Tremendo. I watch a lot of wrestling, right? Love it. Right now, the product isn't as good as it used to be, right? But it teaches you how to build a storyline. For me, it was something that I didn't realize I was doing as this was happening. I was there doing it and whatever, and I started getting hurt and in pain, and I'm like, guys, I can't be the guy that gives up on himself.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like, I'm not giving up. It's literally my body giving up. Every time I'd go, I'll never forget this. It was one service, I'm there cooking, and my white socks at the end of service were beet red. I was like, I'm bleeding out of places I shouldn't be bleeding out of. Like, esto es una locura. You know what I mean? Because I ripped the stitching of whatever the hell was there in my back.
Oh, wow.
Tremendo, bro. So I'm not going to be the dude that bleeds from the butt. No, porque eso no era. For me, I'm going to take it to esto, and I'm going to try to make it there. I go to Ramsay and I go, chef, mira, I can't do it y todo esto. They wanted to set me up like this whole shot y todo eso. They put me through service instead, right? So I'm like, I'm on the verge of like you watch that thing and I'm literally on the verge of like collapse, bro. I'm standing there like this. I'm like, all the energy is gone. But I'm like, bro, I don't even know if I have anything. I eat whatever. At the end of service, we did amazing that service. Amazing, right? And everyone looks at me and they're like, how's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? And that chef takes me to the back, or like before this was even filmed, right? The sous chef takes me in the back and he looks at me, he's like, are you sure you want to leave? And I look at him deadpan in the face, not even one, and I just go, yes. Right? Porque yo no me podía mover. I was like, I can't put out for my community if I'm feeling like this, because I want to give everyone my 110%. And that's what I think people didn't understand. But
and the thing is, like, people watching the show don't know what was going on behind the scenes. So, you know, but let's leave it there because I have to take another break.
Take a break.
But we're going to keep talking about that. So,
easy.
Do you love cooking and baking? Have you ever thought about making it your career? It's time to turn your passion into a profession. The Miami Culinary Institute at Miami-Dade College, Wilson campus, offers an incredible path to success in the culinary world. And best of all, you can earn your degree in just 2 years. For more information, visit them at mdc.edu/culinary or call them at 305-237-3276. And if you aren't doing so already, make sure to follow Chef Brad on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Chef Brad, and on Twitch at Chef Brad 305. We're taking another break, but don't go away. When we come back, we are putting Chef Brad in the hot seat for our lightning round. Stay tuned. Don't go away.
Fresh thinking is being served at Miami-Dade College. Create your own recipe for success in the evolution of food culture at the Miami Culinary Institute. Learn the skills you need to jumpstart your career in the culinary arts. Turn green into gourmet and celery into salary. Miami Culinary Institute. Food, culture, innovation. Visit us at miamidadeculinary.com. Register now. Miami Culinary Institute.
Are you ready to embark on your career journey at Miami-Dade College? With an impressive array of options, including 15 baccalaureate degrees and over 160 associate degrees, there's a perfect fit waiting just for you. Whether you prefer in-person, online, or hybrid classes, we've got you covered. As the largest degree-granting institution in the nation, Miami-Dade College is committed to guiding you towards success every step of the way. Discover your path with us today.
Welcome back. We're in our final segment with the fantastic Chef Brad.
I wish I was a magician.
Yeah, I know, me too.
Mira un ratón, una timba.
You should be in Las Vegas, you know.
Well, get me a thing. Let's do the Chef Brad show, and we could do it, the story of Chef Brad, and we'll do it all cued to like music from the 60s, 70s, and 80s.
Yeah.
And I'll bring all my friends.
So I know that you know you had to leave, and but did you learn anything from Ramsey?
Yes, so much. I learned a lot from Ramsey. One of the funniest things, porque you would think it's something like motivational. He would always say this because a lot of chefs love to pick up the pan and start tossing it, and he would always say, "Nothing cooks in the air," right? So I was like, you know what? That's so right. So you always cook with the pan on the thing. You could toss, pan, toss, pan. Ovens, never open them, right? Even to check. Think about it in your head and you go, please God, let it be okay. You know what I mean? Or get yourself a nice oven with a window.
Yeah, glass.
You know? Porque the moment you keep opening it left and right, you lose all your heat, but that's like typical knowledge, right? But those were the ones that really like stuck with me where I was like, bro, this is the way. But there's other stuff where discipline and organization and team communication, which I think a lot of people forget, where it's not just you on that line. There's 4 other people there that really also want the best for themselves and want to make the same amazing dish that you're making. You know what I mean? So you have to find a way to communicate with everyone in a proper manner and run a real brigade system where you could be like, I need 4 salmon, 2 Wellington, and 6 salads, right? And you would, you know, like 6 salads, 2 Wellingtons, 4 of these, 1 of these, 1 of those. And you could just all repeat back, say it back, feel confidence in it, and not forget it. Because that's the other thing, where you could just, in a brigade, you don't have tickets, right? So if you don't, like, people don't write it down. Like, they'll be like, oh, I need 4 little chicken. You go 4 seconds, pow, 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 pow. You say, you go, chef, could you repeat one time of how much of these you need all day? Whatever, pow. It teaches you great communication as well. But you learn that, and I learned that in a lot of the Michelin kitchens that I worked in like Napa and stuff like that. But being with Chef Ramsey honed it all in. We're being like, this is the extreme of what I want to get into. You know what I mean? Of where you'll see chefs, but you'll never have a chef that's like Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I know.
So
every chef is a little bit different because actually, as a matter of fact, I work with Chef Van Aken.
Yeah.
When he was at the culinary, and he's a great chef, a great person, very nice to me. His wife, his kids. Actually, I went to his son's wedding.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, you know, in the middle.
Prepárate, porque you're gonna come to my everything también, por favor.
But going back to the topic. Have you burned anything? Still burned stuff?
Let me tell you.
And how do you deal with it?
Mira, the other day, and this is just me, and I'm being so honest with you. The other day, I went on TikTok Live, but I just be like, oh, hey, guys, we're back from our New York trip. Let's just go on TikTok Live. I bought myself a walking pad, right? So I said to everyone, we're going to walk a mile in the kitchen while I cook. Let me tell you, I should have won a gold medal. Porque the amount of coordination, everything was going fine, right? Until you turn around and I turned on the pan, right? And I'm just there, ahí, caminando. Bro, oil is the scariest thing. Always. And I always tell people, the pan, usually now you don't burn things as much, but every day is a learning lesson. You know what I mean? Where if it didn't come out and it didn't taste the way it should have today, tomorrow it'll be better y todo eso. Pero luckily, the only thing that burnt was just like a little bit of the oil, none of the steaks, nothing like that. Pero it's quick fixes like that. So eso era, that was my ADD brain in full swing because I have a full-fledged knife walking at 3.5 speed to freaking like, get on your feet. Like, it was crazy, bro. Like, eso era una locura. But it was fun, and we made a beautiful sandwich out of it. So to me, I didn't burn anything yet, but I haven't burnt something. Pero I know people that do, you know, that where in culinary school, it was like left and right. And I always tell everyone in culinary school, that is where you make the burns, you get the cuts, you do all that stuff. So you don't do it in the real world.
In the real world, yeah.
You know, so I'm lucky and I'm thankful for the CIA for that. Porque the Culinary Institute of America, tremendo, right? Fries, not spies, is like what you know, but it's something I eat where it truly helped me not burn food. I did all my burning and all my stuff like that. ahí en culinary school.
Yeah, let's make sure that CIA means Culinary Institute.
The Culinary Institute of America, everybody.
Now, could be the FBI too.
Yeah, it could be the ya tú sabes, bro.
Yeah.
Cuban informant, estamos aquí.
Yeah. So, what do you think was next for Chef Brad? I know you're working on a book.
Yes. So everything next for Chef Brad va a ser un poquito loco, right? We have a cookbook coming out, and then something that I think is very...
Is it Cuban food?
Yeah. It's going to be it's truly, this book, what I think it's going to be, or what I hope you all feel it to be, would be this book that you could kind of pass on to the next generation, to your family, to your kids, and be like, oye, you're going away to college. I know you like my carne con papa, mira. Whenever you miss home, prueba esto, you know. The good thing is that we're coming out with a digital and a big, like, table book. You know what I mean? So, like, you could really have it there, and it'll be like the new joy of cooking for you guys. You know what I mean? And es una cosita ahí where the digital book is going to be even cooler también, porque it's going to be all the recipes filmed with... So, you know, it's going to be super fun. But that is not the thing that I'm the most excited about.
I think people are going to be nervous making, cooking. Oh, because they're going to follow you. It's like, you do...
Pero it's something that people will understand that you don't need a recipe when it comes to culinary. Okay, mira, hard camp por aquí. Mira, when it comes to culinary, you don't need a recipe. You need a base of, okay, I'm going to make carne con papa. You know the ingredients that go into it. You just need the steps of which you put this in first, this in first, this in first, this in first, this in first. On all my Instagrams and all my TikToks and whatever, I list out in the way that you should put everything in. Easy peasy. Just do it like that and listen to esto. Listen to some good music, jam out en todo. I give you the base recipe so you could change it, right? I don't care if you take my exact recipe and open up a restaurant. I say, this is the Cuban man. I could give two craps. But at the end of the day, I know that it's going out there. Pero people follow along porque it's simple, easy peasy recipe y todo eso.
But you know something, all the stuff that I learned from my mom, because, that's how I learned how to cook. And my grandmother. And then I will make it for her. And she said, why it tastes different? And then I'm like, because sometimes I use other stuff. Like a big example is the pata de bocadito. Sí. I don't use mayonnaise.
Oh, what do you
Miracle Whip.
Ah.
So, she's like, oh my God, I love it so much. I'm like,
that's different, huh?
It's different because, you try to get your own taste into it.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. But I do the same thing with carne con papa, which I made the other night.
So good. Carne con papa
like crema de zanahoria, fricassé de pollo. But.
Exactly. And that's what I always tell people. But for me, one of the things that I'm most excited about this cookbook, it's going to be fun, and I hope everyone enjoys it. We're going to be everywhere, and it's going to be a great time. But the thing that I'm most excited about is the thing after the cookbook. We're going to start this whole... Okay, I have a great demographic. Like, I love all my, demographic of, we have older, we have younger, youngest being, literal 10 months old. Isla Sage, shout out to the new baby, hey! Pero let me tell you, our oldest follower, she's going to be 100 this year.
Wow.
Right? Mama de la Frosty. I love you, baby. She's amazing. She's one of my friend's grandmothers, and she's dying for me to make her lasagna. So we're going to make this lasagna when she has the moment. We're going to make this lasagna, film it all, and give it back. But one of my favorite things that I'm doing now, and it's going to be coming out probably in the next couple years, is the Chef Brad Kids series of not only cookbooks, but just of Chef Brad and Paco go to college. Chef Brad and Brad go to school. Chef Brad and esto go aquí. It's going to be super fun, and it's going to be really informative, where it just teaches the kids where, in this época where there's a lot being thrown at you, a lot being thrown at you. You don't forget the oldies, every kid, to the kids watching out there, go home and watch Ace Ventura, both of them. Pet Detective y El Otro, bro. Watch that and start stimming. Start being like, alrighty then, start doing that. Porque it's so fun. And Nacho Libre and crazy stuff like that where, you can find a lot of inspiration in these movies and be as quirky as these movies.
I mean,
you know,
you remember
amazing.
Airplane?
Airplane. Are you kidding?
I mean,
amazing.
if they do that movie now, they're gonna shut it down.
Prepárate for Scary Movie 6. I am so excited. We are so back, baby. It's got WhatsApp. It's gonna be awesome, bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
Now we're gonna do the lighting round.
Lightning round.
So,
Rubber shoes, baby.
the chicken or the egg?
Coño, bro, tú sabes, el picadillo. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Let me tell you, the chicken or the egg, depending, right? Porque, mira, we're going to get philosophical. Cue the X-Files music. Con, con, con. Mira, escucha. Chicken or the egg? I have no idea. Para mí, whichever one I saw first came first. You know what I mean? Porque if it didn't happen to me right now, you only say it. Pero for me, I would say, you gotta have a chicken with the egg, no? You gotta have the chicken for the egg.
I
I would
it's
choose
actually
the chicken,
yeah.
And then you turn that chicken into vaca frita, chicken vaca frita. You know what I mean?
Oh, you have done
for
that?
the Pilates mat.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
hell yeah.
Wow.
Chicken vaca frita? You don't know chicken vaca frita?
No.
Digo, mira.
I gotta watch your videos more.
Mira, chicken breast, 25 minutes boiling water with a bay leaf. After 25 minutes, that is done. Take it, shred it, sear it como vaca frita, bro. Everywhere. Everywhere.
Pressure cooker or rice cooker?
¿Tú sabes qué? I'd rather do a rice cooker. The pressure cooker es una bomba, bro. Para mí, I go, pressure cooker's fine. If you're quick, some people use a pressure cooker or one of those, what do you call it? Like it's not like Instapots? No. Crock pots.
Crock pots, yeah.
Crock pots, right? Some people use that. Shout out to all the firefighters también that follow me ahí, porque they always ask me, oye, could you please do like a crock pot recipe y todo eso? Porque they're busy and they're running their crock pot recipes good for like 6 hours. You turn it on y bien. Pero para mí, old school pot, because guess what? It forces you to be in the kitchen, right? You know, and just do the thing. But a rice cooker, I love my good rice cooker. You could do anything in a rice cooker. Yeah. One of my favorite rices that I haven't made yet, because I don't know how people are going to take it, and I'm going to butcher the name completely. It's called manjagra, I think it's called. It's a Lebanese rice. Oh. Delicious. It has lentils. It has like really crispy onions that make the rice brown. It's amazing. That, you could do it all in a rice cooker.
Yeah, no, I know.
Eso lo que...
What about con gris or moros?
¿Tú sabes qué? To me, it's like the same thing. If I'm being completely honest, it is the same thing.
It's a different taste because one is with black beans and the other with red beans.
Sí. Pero, oh, wait, no. Porque I'm going off my, like, grandma's going... Those were... frijoles colorados. She would never call them con gris, so it was like so funny.
Yeah, no, but some people will call it con gris to everything.
Sí. So for me, depending on my mood, I love los colorados, you know, porque it has the nice little salchicha.
It's like the gallo pinto, like gallo pinto.
Sí, kind of like gallo pinto, pero like I kind of like that more than anything. Pero I love a good.
Yeah.
Truly.
Pork or beef?
True. Well, in what? Like everyday situation?
Yeah. Well, in general, what you like most? Beef.
I like beef. Pork is like that, like couple times a year kind of thing. But a good like French chuleta, yum.
Chuleta ahumada.
Sí, eso es lo que es.
This next question, I know you're gonna have a beef with it. Talking about beef, picadillo with olives or pasas or raisins.
Let me tell you. This is crazy, porque this is going to cause a lot of conflicts. And mira, we are not going to divide ourselves. Mira, espera.
But I know because I'm sure your grandmother is from Santiago, no?
Sí, por Barradero y todo.
No, but she's not from Santiago because there was a big Lebanese community.
Oh, probably, maybe. You only say it, maybe. I need to dive in more of the Lebanese culture side of the Cuban in like influence that we have. Pero I'm like, you only say it, pero for me, I grew up eating picadillo with raisins, right? And they always had raisins in it, and it was a great little sweet touch. To this day, if I get a picadillo with raisin, I love it. I don't care. Pero my people that follow me and everybody, no one likes raisins in their picadillo.
No,
so
I
guess
don't.
What? You converted me. I don't know how you did it, pero ese Kool-Aid must be filled with pineapples.
Tostones o plátanos maduros?
Oh, maduros all day, bro. Pero you use the tostón to make a nice little burger bun. Instead of the bun of a bread,
yeah.
Llama a la policía.
¿Café cubano o café americano?
Please, bro, give me the Cuban crack jet fuel. A mí que me importa, bro. Ese mira, the American coffee is amazing, porque the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. A mí que me importa, right? Yeah. It's great, it's in there, whatever. But if you want to heal the world, take on anything you want to do, go to the moon, fly a little bit, you drink that Cuban coffee.
Yes.
You will be texting the ancestors being like, oye, fulanito, yo no sé, it said, please stand clear of the closing doors. Y ahora, por favor, manténganse alejado de la puerta. It is crazy.
But we are immune to it because it runs our blood, it runs in our blood.
I drink it and I fall asleep. It's why everyone thinks I'm on like Cuban coffee y todo eso. No, baby. I wake up ADD'd out and then I go, maybe I'll do a little cafecito later or whatever, pero at 8 years old, I was drinking a café con leche at 9 p.m.
Wow.
Yeah, porque we go to bed. Who wants lechita, bro? Give me lechita con fuerza. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Por favor.
Cuban toast or wheat toast?
Bro, dame una tostada ahí más que... Esa tostada, a Cuban toast, you don't understand. But getting a Cuban toast that's covered in butter and dipping it into your hot café con leche so the butter starts going into café con leche.
I've never done that.
Give me a bag or something. I'm ready to
I never done that. What about café con leche evaporada or leche regular?
Mira, the Pilates mommies are going to do the nice lactate, no skim milk y todo eso. Pero real café con leche, baby. Have that baby with leche evaporada. Have the arteries closed. Siéntate por 2 segunditos. But it's the best thing you've ever had in your life. I love me my leche evaporada. Bro.
Me too. I'll do it with leche evaporada.
I love it.
And my last question will be batido de mamey o batido de papaya?
Bro, let me tell you, it would have to be batido de mamey. Porque my grandmother would always bring a batido de mamey, but my mother would always have a batido de papaya. Which is crazy.
I love the batido de papaya more than mamey. That's my taste.
Yeah, no. Papaya to me, sometimes, if you don't get a good papaya, eso sabe, it tastes weird.
Well, you have to know how to do it because...
Exactly. Exactly. And I've had many a times where I've had a friend being like, no, let me cook you this, un ceviche, whatever, bro. And he put some papaya in that bitch. Eso era peor. It was the worst thing I've ever tasted in my life. It was the weirdest papaya tasting ceviche. I was like, this is not it.
Probably green papaya or something?
It was something strange. But it didn't float the fancy. Pero para mí, el mamey, and a good ripe papaya tastes good. You know what I mean? Yeah. I love a good papaya. Pero eso es lo que...
So we come to the end of the show. I want to thank you.
No, I don't want it then.
And soon they're going to see what you recorded at the culinary. So I'm working on that. So hopefully when I take this show out on the air, that one will be done too. And they can see all your crazy stuff with the 2 students.
It is crazy.
And it was fun to do.
No, are you kidding? Thank you for having me. Dame un abrazo aquí. No. Párate como animal.
Espera. You have the cable.
It's okay. We have the cable. We can't even stand
up. We'll do it later, but...
I'm going to dance and stuff.
I know.
Logo.
So, do you love cooking and baking? Have you ever thought about making it your career? It's time to turn your passion into a profession with the Miami Culinary Institute at Miami-Dade College, which offers an incredible path to success in the culinary world. And best of all, you can earn your degree in just 2 years. For more information, visit them at mdc.edu/culinary or call them at 305-237-3276. And remember to follow Chef Brad on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Chef Brad. And on Twitch, at Chef Brad 305. And with this, we conclude this episode of Conversando a Fondo. You can catch up on all of our past episodes by visiting our YouTube channel at YouTube/MDC-TV or by simply scanning the QR code on the screen. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode of this or any other MDC-TV program. I'm Tony Leal. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next episode of Conversando a Fondo. Until then,
¡Mira eso!